I keep doing that. As you know, your votes will determine the results. After you have all had your verdicts and spoken your minds, the fifth class shall begin. But you already knew that. And look how bare this trial room is. Only 5 of you left alive. Monokuma, I swear we'll put an end to this. I swear we will. I'm not surprised I'm still alive. I'm the ultimate life form after all. Stop being so prideful. Man, I really hate you. You only wish someone tried murdering me. But no one's skilled enough to do that. I see someone try and murder me. They couldn't. I bet I could get away with it. Okay, knock it off, all of you. We need to talk about exactly what killed him. As me, Iron Man, Koopa, and Sonic all checked on the bot. All were downstairs with him when he died. Or not all down there with him. Where were you when he died? I was in my room. I had smelled a peculiar smell. And what was this peculiar smell? I smelled carbon monoxide. Huh? But it's different. This carbon monoxide was 100 times stronger than it should be. It was about 1,000,000 times stronger than smoke. Wouldn't that have killed us then? No. Smoke usually damages the lungs after constant use. If you had smoked this would have killed, so shut down your lungs practically instantly. I should say instantly. About a few times of doing this and you're practically dead. Do this no more than 3 times and you're dead. Actually, it depends on the person. If you have a very weak body, doing it even once will probably kill you. Yeah, if you're in a completely healthy body, 3 to 4 times will all take to end your life. That's some strong stuff. Yes, it is. It's also incredibly dangerous. So, that's what we inhaled? Yeah, and luckily it was all that. If we inhaled much more of it, we probably would have died. Seems the murderer didn't intend to kill us, but knock us all out. I was probably last one to fall asleep because my body is already practically ghost. It took much longer. It took my entire body. My entire body was still carbon monoxide by the time I was passed out. If I was still alive, I would have died instantly. I would have died with how much carbon monoxide was in my body. Since I'm a ghost, I can't die that easily from poison. So someone attempted my murder, it would not work. Where were you, Shadow? I was wandering around when I got knocked out. We also found something peculiar as we were investigating the thing. May I bring him in, Monokuma? Yes. I discovered this flintlock and this M19. Both of these pistols were found in the scene of the crime. This one was not used, so it's not needed. This was what was used to shoot him. But how peculiar it is. How peculiar this flintlock is. Because as we checked his body, we were unable to find the bullet that was in the gun. But more on this gun later, so I'll keep it stashed for now. But that is what we found at the scene of the crime. Not only that, we also found this. The very same poison that was used to kill Antonio and a few other of our friends. I'm gonna put that away for now. But here are the main things: the murder weapon and the vial of poison. Both assumed to be the murder weapon, correct? Yes. I wanna raise a vote. How many think the poison is what killed him? How many think the gun is what killed him? You all may move to figure. Okay. Boo, we're gonna do something new. Stand towards the gun if you think this is what the murder weapon was. And stand towards the poison if you think that was the murder weapon was. Nah. I see. You think it's the gun. And you two think it's the poison? Yes. You may go first in your debate. Why do you think the gun is what killed him? Just look at it. Any right-minded human would assume the gun is what killed him. That's where you're wrong. If the gun supposedly killed him, then where was the bullet? No, crap. I didn't mean knock it over. God damn. I'll step back from there. I'm more smart than that imbecile. I won't lose this little pathetic child. The bullet was obviously not found because it was lodged in his helmet. And more likely gave him brain damage, which is what caused him to die. Ha. Lodge that. But Clay was able to use the helmet. He was able to use his voices to bypass the helmet to open it. And we found blood. And the helmet didn't even touch his head. If the gun's not the murder weapon, how exactly is the poison? Simple. Someone force-fed him the poison. Someone force-fed him the poison and shot him, making it seem as if the gun was the murder weapon. We've all determined the poison is what caused the murder, not the gun. Okay, so if the poison is the murder weapon, but now we gotta eliminate suspects. The suspects are it's gotta be them. Possible murderers are Gengar and Shadow. How is it us? It's obvious how it's you. Because my bad. Because Koopa, Sonic, and I all found the body. It's impossible for us not. Those are the only you're the only two possible suspects left alive. You think we're the only possible murderers? That's where you're wrong. Ugh. Why are we here? You really think it's just us, the possible murderer? Of course I do. You're the only two left alive. Really? Think about it. Me and him were both knocked out by carbon monoxide. You could have killed him before the carbon monoxide was activated. Think about it. Iron Man had a suit, which means it had filtering, which means carbon monoxide didn't affect him. Ugh. Which I'm not a scientist, but it clearly means this was not a murder at all, but a suicide. Ugh. Ugh. Hayat. Ugh. Ugh. I've already had this fight already. Please, just. You think I'm the murderer? Huh? Well, I was knocked out with carbon monoxide. So obviously, I can't be the murderer. Which means there was a suicide. Obviously, because Iron Man has that mask, which means he could filter out the carbon monoxide. Which clearly means it was a suicide. Ugh. Ugh. Why'd you kick my ass? We were already aware that was a suicide. Which means the only murderer could be... Has to be him. The murderer of Iron Man, the ultimate billionaire, is... Has to be him. Oh, alright, I supposed to do it before. But either way, the murderer of Iron Man, ultimate billionaire, is Iron Man, the ultimate billionaire. This is the truth of the case. After me and Koopa came back up, the murderer strung his trap, finding a way to burn a very powerful carbon monoxide.
We can have that. We're having
The murderer strung his trap, activating a high concentration of carbon monoxide, knocking everybody out. And Sonic was just able to get up here when the murderer's trap was finally sprung, knocking everybody out. So with that, the murderer then, after doing that, checked to make sure everyone was knocked out. Then heading back down to some resting places, he told Jarvis, make sure when I die, no one opens up my mask. And then with that, he drinks the poison. The murderer drinks the poison, chucks it in there, and as he's dying, he cocks the gun back and then fires it. And then the bullet lodged in his helmet becomes hidden. And as he coughs up blood, he has to make sure he coughs up blood on the gun to make it seem as if the murderer left it behind. And then as he lays, before he dies, says, Jarvis, lock my mask. And then the murderer dies right there. And then after we hear the gunshot, we all wake up. We all wake up and we run, trying to find the sound. Is this? Shadow and Gengar are still asleep. As we notice, the murderer is dead. And that is how the murderer killed himself. But he forgot that I knew how to do voices. Being able to open his mask and seeing out the blood, we were able to determine that was a suicide. that's how the murderer got away with it. Yeah. The murderer of Iron Man, the ultimate billionaire, is Iron Man himself. That is the truth of this case. That's it. Any objections? Are we all in agreement that he committed suicide? Yep. Yes. Yes. But I have a question. Why did he commit suicide? Well, that is pretty easy. I'll answer that for you, kid. I've been watching him closely since chapter 3. No, since chapter 2. When Captain America killed Gizmo. He went in a downward spiral, becoming more and more depressed. So I knew it was a matter of time before he killed himself. And as I figured, here he lies dead in our courtroom. So, it was more despair and not hopelessness. But then again, if you look at the facts, y'all are trapped in my killing game. So, someone killing himself isn't all that surprising if you really think about it. Now, you ready to cast your votes? Yeah, Monokuma, we're ready. All right. And your choice was correct. The blackened behind the murder of Iron Man, the ultimate billionaire, is Is Iron Man the ultimate? Let's try it again. The murderer behind the victim of Iron Man, the ultimate billionaire, is Iron Man himself, the ultimate billionaire. God, that was so hard, apparently. I have a question then. Since he's already dead, how are we gonna punish him? I actually don't know. I guess y'all can just leave? Damn! Yeah, I guess you're all free to go. As we each left his courtroom with more despair than we began with, wondering if we'd ever get out of this killing game, or we'd be stuck there, or we'd be stuck here for the rest of our lives. Hey Mario, not Mario. Hey Clay, what is it, Monokuma? I'll give you one final chapter. What? What are you talking about? If you can find out the mastermind behind this killing game, I'll let you and your friends go. You swear on that? Of course. If you're able to find out who the mastermind is and kill him, I'll let you all go. I'll hold you to that, Monokuma. This killing game will come to an end. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Danganronpa.